Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Chloe and today I have this journal that was very kindly gifted to me from Archer and Olive. It is one of their junk journals. So if you have a look, there is a lot less pages in this. I think it's around 90. I might be lying there, but off the top of my head, I think it was about 90 pages where their journals have a lot more normally. If I get... I'll make sure one of these is actually theirs. Yeah, this is an Archer and Olive. So if you look at the difference, how much thicker and fuller that is compared to here, you can see like there's a lot more space in the binding. So the idea is that you can do junk journaling and it will bulk up, but it will bulk up and stay at a normal size rather than bulk into like a massive... I haven't got any with me right now. No, I don't. In the past, some of the journals, as you start adding layers to it, it just gets thicker and thicker, and then eventually you end up binding like that, and then the opening is thick like that. So the idea with these is that you can add as much as you want into it, and it won't bulk out your book. So I've been playing around with this. I've not done much in here. I have made this my like pregnancy baby journal, and then like Archer's like first year journal. So far I've got up to I think just past Christmas last year, so there's still quite a fair bit to go back on and do. So if we start here, I have really put this to the test. I have added flaps, I've added tags, I've even added an envelope with loads of stuff just to see how it works. So let's go back to like me journaling in it. This was the first spread that I done. I did do another spread here, but it's got some, you know, information on about Archer that I don't want to share, so I'm going to keep that page shut. But here you can see this was the first page that I done. This was about me finding out that I was pregnant, going for like first scans, and I made... This was my cousin's wedding, and I found out the next day that I was pregnant. So yeah, I made this little flap, which I really liked, that I was able to add more to these pages. I know there's less pages in this than, you know, the average notebook, but you can add more of these flaps. So although you don't have as many pages, you've got more chances of adding, I don't know, like waterfall. There's a spread that I've done in the past, a Formula One Silverstone Museum spread that I did, and I did multiple of these in a row that you could like flick up. If you head over to my Instagram, you can see what I mean. I don't have it on hand with me to show you guys. So yeah, I even added in like that was a little tag that my mum done. We made these teddy bears on holiday. We went away for a week, just my mum and I, and we made these little teddy bears, and she put this in a little envelope and put it around the teddy bear for Archer to see when he was born. So making this first spread was lovely. As you can see, it lays out pretty flat on the first spread. Now, I didn't get that same experience moving on, so this is something to bear in mind. The pages were really easy to stick down. I was using a roller tape, like a glue roller, for these spreads because it was sticking quite nicely. Anyway, let's turn over. So here again, not too bad. I mean, this is where we start seeing things flick up. I've got some more things I want to add to this. I thought this was fun. This was on a box that I had where you could put in your vote, whether it was girls or boys. A girl or a boy, not girls or boys. There was only one. So this is from the box that I chopped up and then done this with it. So I've got some more photos I want to add to this. And then here, inside this little wallet, I took all the names that people suggested, cut them up, and then put them all in here. So we've got all the names that were suggested. So this is what I say about, that's quite thick. I really am putting this to the test. So it could be what I'm putting in this is making it a little bit awkward. But yeah, so there's that spread from the gender reveal. I've got another page here. So this is where it started getting a little bit trickier. So you can see I was having to start, you know, pulling it down to make it fit. Again, I was still using the roller tape, but this started to stick up, like it wouldn't stick down. As obviously the pages are starting to curve and starting to bend, where I'm filling it up with bits, and this binding doesn't help lay flat because it is so thick. You just can't, like, if I show you, you can't really, oh actually that's not too bad there in the middle, but where I've been currently, it's been trickier to try and get it to lay flat. So yeah, okay, here's a little spread about us finding out that Archer was a boy, and my sister, and there's Connor, and the cakes that we had. There was icing in one of the cakes, and my granddad actually had the cake that had the blue icing in. And a funny story, he actually bit into it too early, saw that it was a boy, freaked out, decided to try to put the cake back together, so that I hadn't seen it too early, because everyone went round one at a time, biting into their cakes to see what was in there, and everyone else had blank cakes. He had one with icing in, so yeah, he got worried that he ruined the surprise, but luckily I didn't see it, but it was a funny story after. Okay, moving on. Now we are on to, this was some of the baby scans that we had. This little teddy bear had a little heartbeat in it, Archer's little heartbeat. So yeah, some of the scans there. So it's actually not laying, it's actually, blah, blah, blah. Wow. Let's think before we speak, Chloe. It's not too bad laying like this, but to try and work on is a little tricky. I think I'm so used to their journals laying so well, and they lay so flat, that this is harder to work on. Doesn't make it impossible to work on, it just makes it a little bit trickier. So yeah, there's some of the baby scan photos. This was hard again, as you can see. Right, that's a perfect example. That sticker is struggling to stick, so I might have to put some glue on the back of that to try and help it, and these stickers as well, because it's just curved. That's the only issue. Because it is curved, it is struggling to stay down, but I just need a bit of a stronger glue on it. So yeah, this was a Christmas spread. Again, adding in some more of these tabs with some more pictures on there. So there was another spread, and right, there you go. You can see here, that's slightly lifting, although it doesn't look too bad on the camera. And again, I've added in more of these little tabs that open, little, what do you call them? I suppose tabs. And these stickers that I got, these are from, I think they're called EcoFull. I bought like a sticker pack that was all papers, and they're not very sticky, so I am going to have to go back over and add some glue. But yeah, there was his nursery after we decorated it. And then I've done another little tab here with some pictures of Luna, when she used to come and give me little bump cuddles, and then some pictures of me being very heavily pregnant. So yeah, that's all I've got up to at the moment. I do really like this. I'm really interested to see how it is going to look when this is completely filled. Obviously, as we get further along, I do think it lies a bit better, but I don't know how it's going to work with me bulking it. I am just going to keep adding more and more to this, because that's the idea of it. It's a junk journal. You're meant to be able to add a lot to it. Like if you see here, it's like the pages have been reinforced so they don't come apart. They're really sturdy. Like I don't have any concern about the binding coming apart. It's just I need to make sure when I'm gluing this bit here, I need to get stronger glue to make sure that it stays. So if anyone's got any suggestions on really good strong glue, yeah, that would be handy. So yeah, that's it. Let's do a little flick back to finish up. But yeah, I'm really enjoying using this. I definitely am going to order another one, because this will be, well, I'm doing everything up until Archer's first birthday here. And then I've got my current journal, like my memory scrapbooky kind of journal that I'm using currently. So I will just, you know, continue in that. But I'd love to get one to start fresh for next year. And yeah, they have some really pretty designs. I don't think there's many yet, but yeah, they will look lovely. And the only other thing is it's slightly crooked, but I don't know if that's because there's lots up here, and then once you get more underneath it will straighten itself out. I don't know, it's interesting. It's definitely something unique. I've not seen anything like this before. I've really enjoyed playing around with it. I was very excited when they asked if I wanted to have a go at trialing one of these journals out. So yeah, I'm going to keep creating in it. I just wanted to get a bit in here so I can then show you guys. But what I will do, I'm going to keep making some more spreads in here. Once it's about halfway, I'll do another video, give you a little update on how this is looking. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon. Bye everyone.